生まれ変わる今ここで仰いでいた空越えていく握りしめた手のひらのその中に希望があったんだ。
I honestly don't know why, but I absolutely love that intro. What's going on, guys? My name is Finitex, but you could call me Christian. Welcome back to WTA. What's that anime? It's been a while since we've had this. Life has been going rough, but we're back in schedule, and you know, I'm trying to sort this out for you guys. So we're back with WTA for this week, and last week it was really interesting. We had High School of the Dead. A lot of you guys absolutely really loved it. A lot of you guys have watched that anime before, but today we'll be talking about a brand new anime that started up around like 5 weeks ago. There's already a manga for it, so I'll link that down below in the description. It is really good, but the anime for it is really, really nice. If you're not a manga reader, and you just prefer to watch anime, don't do it, because then it'll spoil it for you. But honestly, I really do like this anime so far. It's interesting. It really is interesting. The food they make on it is absolutely amazing. It really is. So this is Food Wars. Now, I can't really pronounce the Japanese name for it. I'll have a go, but honest to God, if I butcher it, I'll sound like a real fuck up. I don't want to do it. Shokugeki no Soma? I hope it is. I hope it is. You know, I'm not on that Japanese expertise level as everyone else. But anyways, that's what we're going to go ahead and review in the first episode of. So if you guys are excited, be sure to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for the return of WTA. And with that being said, let's jump into it. So the anime starts off in a local street where there's shops, restaurants, and it takes you to one of the main characters of this anime, Soma. He's sat outside and you see squid tentacles and peanut butter. Now, how disgusting does that sound? Squid tentacles. Honestly, and he's sat there with it chilling in his mouth and he's laughing. He's honestly laughing because he knows it tastes so bad. Like, honestly, it tastes absolutely insane. So he's just chilling there, and then he gets a message from his father, you know, saying, Soma, come on, your friends are here. Alright, so then it takes you into the restaurant, and they're cooking all this food, and honestly, it looks so nice. Like, I was watching it, and it made me actually hungry just watching it. So on to the next scene, it takes you on to Soma and Jōichirō, I do think his name's pronounced as that, his father. This is Soma's father, and he's like the master chef. He's like the best chef in the world, pretty much. And he's teaching Soma all these things, and it takes you on to like this little bit of a cook-off. Now, they both make the same bowl of rice, and people are like, you know, they're going to taste his and they're going to taste Soma's, and they've got to see which one is better. And Soma always just wants to beat his father. You know, he's lost over like 400 times to the guy. He really just wants to beat him just this once, and that's like his main goal. He needs to beat his father to earn his respect. So the girl is judging both of the rice bowls, and Soma just wants to be his father just this one time, and she's judging them both, and she ends up going with Soma's father. And Soma's so upset. Father runs over, he's like, you still need more training, and he's just walking off. He's saying, you're so close to 500 losses now, and he's like, don't get cocky, that's like 400 and something. I find it really funny. So basically, throughout the restaurant, they're all just like eating the food, and it's pretty crazy what this food actually does to people. You know, when they taste it, it just makes them go into this fantasy world. Like, you know, like their breasts like just like pop out, people's like backs and bums and everything. It's so hilarious. What's really funny about Soma, he just goes into this crazy world where he makes these weird ass cooking things, and he makes people try it. So he's lost the food battle, and he tries making the person who judged the food battle the squid tentacles and peanut butter, and he's making this girl try it, and he's just going crazy. He's like, dig in, and it looks absolutely disgusting. It really does. But what's really funny, both Soma and his father make these disgusting things, and they kind of like have a cook-off thing with them. They really just need to see who makes the most disgusting thing. Like, Soma did the squid tentacles and peanut butter, but Soma's father did sardines and jam It was disgusting, but they both absolutely just love it. And it's so funny just to see like both of that happening. And then after that scene, the intro kicks in, and that's where you listen to the awesome music, and I absolutely love that part. So moving on to the next scene of the anime, it basically takes you to where Soma and his father are cleaning up. Now, Soma goes on to talk about how he really wants to surpass his father and be the chef, be the main chef of the restaurant. Now, after saying this, some dodgy customers come in to the restaurant, and they're offering, really, to shut down the Yukihira diner and open up, like, a garden. I want to really say what it is. It's like a shopping. It's not like a big, massive shopping mall. It's like a residence. This is a big, huge residence. They really just want to shut down the diner and open up this place. So then she goes on to talk about how restaurants have to organize their stock. You know, they've got to have all this food in and ready for the customers. And she says to Soma, what if you can't serve what your customers want? And they got to listen to what Soma says here. He actually says, if that is the case, we will happily go out of business and shut down the restaurant. Now, this gives the girl an idea. You can see that little sparkle in her eye because she knows what she needs to do now. So that's what you gotta go like put into your mind and think, right, now it's gonna get interesting. So what's she gonna do to make this restaurant so they can't serve what a customer wants? That's what you gotta start thinking about. The next scene basically just takes you over just a little bit of what's gonna start to happen. So looks like Soma's father is out for the day. He's gotta go ahead and take care of some things. So this means that he's not gonna be opening up the restaurant, but he does get a call from his father asking what he wants to do after he finishes middle school. Well, he graduates from middle school, and Soma knows exactly what he wants to do. He wants to study cooking at the restaurant and become the chef of the restaurant. You know, he wants to surpass his father and become the chef at the Yukihira diner. Moving on to the next scene of the anime, it takes you to where Soma is about to open the door, and he sees that the food in the diner, like at the back of the diner, has been like vandalized. You know, he's thinking a burglar. No, this can't be a burglar, and he's starting to think who this could be, and he runs outside of the diner. He sees that the sign has been covered with all this like milk, all this white powder thing. He's just absolutely all over the place. Then guess who shows up out of the blue? The girl that was trying to shut down the restaurant. Remember what he said? Right, all the food has been vandalized, right? So remember what he said, and she said, if you can't serve what your customer wants, you will happily close down and sell out the business, basically. So she's destroyed all the food, and now she's gonna go in and order something that she knows he can't get because all the food has been vandalized. So now she's telling him, you know, that you can't serve meat. So what did you tell me? You told me if you can't serve a customer meat, you will happily shut down the restaurant. And Soma's like, is that what you want? And then he's about to take his bandana off his arm, and you know when he does this, shit's about to go down. That's basically what it is. He just takes it off his arm, wraps it around his head, gets ready, and he says, I swear, right, if I make you a dish that satisfies your, satisfies your taste buds, basically, you will never ever enter this restaurant again. And he's like, the battle is on, so you know it's about to go down, it's about to get serious. So now Soma knows what he needs to do. He needs to make a juicy meat dish. So he's taking you through parts where it shows you that he's cooking with all these different ingredients. You know, he's barely got anything because all the meat's been ruined in the fridge and such. So he's barely got anything, and it shows you what he's making. And honestly, when he's making that food there, oh, it makes me so hungry to watch it because it looks so real and it looks that nice. Like, honestly, it looks absolutely insane, and I love the fact, like, in this anime, when these food battles happens or when they're making food, because it shows you everything that they're doing, and it looks really nice. It honestly looks so good. So the atmosphere is absolutely intense as hell. He's just made this, and she thinks that he's making a fool out of her because she asked for a juicy meat dish, and he's made this out of bacon and potatoes. And she's like, look, your restaurant doesn't even seem to be worthy of even existing. So she goes on to slander about the restaurant, and he's like, just taste it, and it will show you whether this diner should exist or not. And you can see from her facial expression, and then when she goes to dig into the roast pork, it looks absolutely insane, and like all these emotions are coming up in her, and she's like absolutely just over the moon with the smell and everything. So her body's absolutely trembling. She's about to taste it, and honestly, it's just telling her that each time she chews, it's just pure happiness, and she's just in love basically with this food. And it's showing you. Then he says, "Shall I tell you how I made this? Like the secret to this." And that's what I really like about this anime as well, is that it shows you, like, after they've done it, it shows you how they they actually made it. You know, it breaks down it all and it tells you about the ingredients and whatnot, and I just really find that interesting, to be honest with you. So now, after the lady leaves with all her guards, basically Soma's father turns back up and says, what's happened? And Soma's like, I'll never let this restaurant go out of business and whatnot. And then he tells his father he had a rude customer because of the lady, and because she like put all that white powder all over the sign and like the banner of the restaurant. And then he's like looking at Soma. It looks like he's really proud of him. You know, it looks really proud of him. And he's like, Soma, in 2 to 3 years. And Soma's looking at him. He's like really happy. He's like, I'll be closing down the restaurant. And Soma just flies off the ladder. He's like, no, what? You just don't say this to me. Don't say this to me. And he's just telling him, you know, he's going to work with a friend, so he'll be sending him money to live on. So now Soma's father sends him to this school, and now, you know, he's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to this, like, culinary school. It'll be basically just like an old guy teaching me how to make simple dishes, right? But then he's starting to walk down the street and he's seeing people are, like, screaming. He's like, I can't believe I failed the exam and all this. And this guy's like, I'll donate 20 million, 10 million to get my son's expulsion back into the school, basically. And Soma's like, what is happening? And he turns around and he sees the school, and now this is Totsuki. I want to say its name is Totsuki. I can't really pronounce it that much, but basically this is Japan's elite cook. Oh, I can't even say it. This is Japan's top elite school for cooking. And Soma's just looking at it, absolutely trembling, and his father's like, oh, I didn't tell you that this is the best of Japan. This is the best you're gonna get. You know, its graduation success rate is less than 10%, and Soma can't believe it. And he's just looking at this. He's like, oh my god. And then it rolls off onto the outro. So that's basically what happens in the first episode of Food Wars. Now, my thoughts on this anime. I did really actually enjoy the first episode. It's got some comedy bits, you know, it's got some funny bits in it. The food looks absolutely amazing when they're making it. You can see that it's going to be interesting now that he's got to, like, you know, his father is shutting down the restaurant. He's got to leave. So Soma's attending this like top elite Japanese cooking school, so it's interesting to see what's going to happen now. Like I said, if you want to read the manga, you can go ahead. There will be links down below the description. Also, this anime is available to watch on Kiss Anime and Crunchyroll as well. I'll put links to that down below in the description. Like I said, I do actually really like this anime, and I really love food, so that's a win-win for me, basically. So if you guys like food and like a little bit of comedy, go ahead and watch it. It's really good. It's currently up to episode 5, I do believe, in the anime, or episode 4, one of the two. It's either 4 or 5. Like I said, so you can go ahead and catch up on to date onto what's basically happening. So yeah, I really do like the anime, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on it down below in the comments section. Let me know if you're already watching the anime. Let me know if you're going to start to watch the anime because of this week's WTA. That would be absolutely insane if you could let me know. But with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me, because it is greatly appreciated. Your support on the channel has been absolutely amazing, and the support on the series as well has been really nice as well. So if you guys can go ahead and continue to drop some support and show your love to the channel, it will be greatly appreciated. With all that being said, I've been Christian. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, I'll see you then.